Peace to the gods and goddesses out there. Black power, all that good stuff. This is Brother Sakim coming at you from the heart of North Philadelphia. And tonight we're talking with one of my brothers, a Hebrew brother. And I know that I said I was going in on Hebrews and everything like that. But this brother, he doesn't want to debate or fuss or fight. He is a Hebrew brother that believes that the earth is flat. So that's going to be his discussion. He's going to drop his knowledge on why he believes the earth is flat. And he doesn't believe in the Bible. That's kind of strange for a Hebrew brother. So he's on his way. He said he might be a little late, but I got to see how to invite friends. Okay, I see it. I see exactly how to invite. So in a few minutes, he's going to show up, and he's going to text me, tell me that everything's cool. Then I'm going to invite him over, and he's going to start dropping that knowledge. But we have somebody who wants to call in and ask him some questions. So I don't know how that's going to go. This brother don't believe the earth is flat. Believe it's a globe. So we might have a little debate on here. We was supposed to have a organized debate, but the brother that was supposed to go in is not, haven't heard from him for 2 days. And he owes me $20, by the way. Maybe that's why. But right now, until I get the text from the brother and he starts going in on that flat earth knowledge, I'm going to hit a little Malcolm X right here, one of my heroes. This is one of my all-time heroes. I feel like when I listen to Malcolm X, I feel like I actually know the dude. But until our Hebrew brother comes on, I'm gonna hit this right here. Malcolm X, who taught you to hate yourself? Can you hear?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such an extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips?
Can you hear?
Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate, you should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you? We teach you to love the hair that God gave you. Here you way out in the middle of the ocean, can't swim, and you worried about someone that's in the bathtub and can't swim. We don't steal, we don't gamble, we don't lie, and we don't cheat. And that also deprives the government of revenue. Because you can't get into a whiskey bottle without getting past the government seal. You can't open a deck of cards without getting past the government seal. There's a white man makes the whiskey and then puts you in jail for getting drunk. He sells you the cards and the dice and puts you in jail when he gets you to use it. So he's against us because we fix it where he can't catch you anymore. You take the dice out of your hands and the cards out of your hands and the whiskey out of your head. The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. And as Muslims, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us to respect our women and to protect our women. And the only time a Muslim really gets real violent is when someone goes to molest his woman. We will kill you for our woman. I'm making it plain, yes. We will kill you for our woman. We believe that if the white man will do whatever is necessary to see that his woman gets respect and protection, then you and I will never be recognized as men until we stand up like men and place the same penalty over the head of anyone who puts his filthy hands out to put in the direction of our women.
Yeah, that was Malcolm X, man. That's one of my all-time heroes right there. I don't know about you, and I'm not Muslim.
What is your real
I don't consider myself Muslim, but hey, he stood up for all of us. That was the man right there. I just text my brother DAENYTE. His name is DAENYTE Johnson, and I'm waiting for him to get that text back because I want to see exactly. I don't know. In fact, he's the first Hebrew Israelite that I ever met that said that the earth was flat. I mean, maybe you know some, but I haven't met any. So that's why about 5 minutes. Okay. He said give him about 5 minutes and then he gonna be on. But we still have the other brother. I'm gonna give him a call and I'm gonna see. I don't know if he fell asleep or what, but I'm gonna call him and see if he answers, because he's supposed to come on and ask some questions to this brother about what is you talking about, flat earth. So I don't know what happened. Let me see. His brother not even answered. And maybe he fell asleep. I don't know. Maybe he worked all day and was tired. You know, you never know what came up. So I'm not gonna down the brother because he's not answering, because you never know what came up. Well, things happen quick. You think you're gonna do something, and next thing you know, it ain't happening. So my brother said to give him about 5 minutes, so he's gonna text me. And here go Malcolm X. Let me see. This is talking about slavery. How long is this? This is about 3. No, this is about 3 minutes long. He talking to somebody, somebody about slavery. So I'm gonna just check this out.
Malcolm X. That's your legal name? As far as I'm concerned, it's my legal name. Have you been to court to establish? I didn't have to go to court to be called Murphy or Jones or Smith. Excuse me for answering you this way. That's all right. If a Chinese person were to say his name was Patrick Murphy, you would look at him like he's insane. Because
Be right back.
Murphy is an Irish name, a European name, or the name that has a Caucasian or white background. And a yellow person. Chinese is a yellow man, and he has nothing to do or no connection whatsoever with the name Murphy. And if it doesn't look proper for a person who is yellow or Chinese to be walking around named Murphy or Jones or Johnson or Bunch or Paul, I think it would be just as improper for a black person or the so-called Negro in this country, because we're taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to walk around with these names. And therefore he teaches us that during slavery, the same slave master who owned us put his last name on us to denote that we were his property. So that when you see a Negro today who's named Johnson, if you go back in his history, you'll find that he was once his grandfather or one of his forefathers was owned by a white man who was named Johnson. His name is Bunch. His grandfather was owned by a white man that was named Bunch. Would you mind telling me what your father's last name is? My father didn't know his last name. My father got his last name from his grandfather, and his grandfather got it from his grandfather. status of Elijah Muhammad? First of all, is he ill? I spoke to him today. He's in better health than
He can't even say Muhammad right.
Bronchitis. Is that why he didn't attend your rally on last Tuesday? The only reason that he didn't attend was his ill condition, and the weather here, especially on that particular day, was of such nature that it would have been almost insane for him to come. Well, now, did you hold that meeting last Tuesday because it coincided with the general election, the primary election? I think if you study the history of Mr. Muhammad's work and religious work in this country, we've had our convention on February the 26th every year for, I think, the past 33 years. Well, now, while you don't care to discuss your former name or the name that the slave master gave to your antecedents, it is a matter of record that Muhammad's last name was Poole, Elijah Poole. No, that's the name that his slave master gave to his grandfather or great-grandfather. That's not his name. Well, his mother and father thought when they called him Elijah Poole that was his name. They didn't know any better. Well, if they didn't know any better or not, they thought that was his name. Yes, sir. But, sir, what I'm trying to find out is when did he cease to be Elijah Poole and get to be Elijah Muhammad? In 1931, I think it was, in Detroit, he was taught the true history of our people and made aware at that time that he was wearing an English name, and by not being an Englishman, he looked out of place. And his teacher gave him the name that he's wearing today, Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad. All right, now when did he become what he purports to be in your literature, the son of Allah? I've never heard the Honorable Elijah Muhammad referred to as the son of Allah. The prophet of Allah. I've never heard him referred to as the prophet of Allah. What do you refer to? The messenger of Allah. All right, the messenger of Allah, and I appreciate the correction. Yes, he says that a prophet is somebody who predicts the future. He's not predicting the future, whereas a messenger is someone who carries a message that has been given to him by one who authors that message. All right, now who gave him the message and to whom is it supposed to be delivered? Master W.F. Muhammad, the one who taught him, is the author of the message. He gave it to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, which makes him the messenger. And he's to deliver that message of truth and righteousness to the 20 million American so-called Negroes, which means he's to teach us the truth, which will awaken us, and then show us how to live a life of righteousness, which will automatically qualify us for recognition as human beings by all other righteous human beings here on this earth. Well, now, one other question. With reference to what Mr. Herbert asked you a little bit ago, you took a very moderate position of wanting independence without having any hatred for the whites. Do I understand that correctly? Hatred is not involved in it whatsoever. Well, I recall in a recent plane crash, 2 or 3 years ago, or less than that, a charter flight on Air France in which a group of people from Atlanta, Georgia, were, as they say, in the business, as they took off from Orly Field. And you were quoted at that time as expressing great gratification
What's up, Alan?
this tragedy had occurred. Do you recall that? I recall it. What did you say? Do you remember? The press misinterpreted and misrepresented it. What did you say? They said that it was made at a Muslim meeting. It wasn't. It was made at a rally of Negroes, Baptist, Methodist, Catholic, and otherwise in Los Angeles, who were rallying to protest the brutal shooting of 7 unarmed Negroes by heavily armed white policemen in the city of Los Angeles. And because we are a people who have been taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to never carry weapons of any kind, but to get on God's side and rely on God to fight our battles for us. At the time that these brothers were shot down so brutally, I pointed out at the funeral of the brother who died that God would step in and take a hand in giving us some form of justice for the brutal killing of our brother. And when the plane crashed in France, I pointed out to the crowd at this rally that this was an act of God showing his wrath or complete resentment over the brutal form of injustice that had been inflicted upon our poor unarmed brothers. Were you saying that, or Billy Graham? At that time, Dr. Billy Graham was in a crusade in Chicago, and the press, your papers here in this city, quoted Billy Graham of also saying that plane crash was an act of God. And if you take time to check the newspapers, I think that you'll find that this is correct. But no one thought that Billy Graham was so wrong when he attributed the crash of this plane to his God. And when we say that it come from our God, then we'll
satisfaction to you for an injustice done against you, and I think that that's a trifle severe.
We did not think that it was a coincidence that 120 of the whites on this plane came from the state of Georgia, a state that has the worst record in the history of America for the mistreatment of black people in this country.
Worse than Mississippi?
They maybe are a little less. Mississippi is a little less hypocritical today than Georgia, but both of them are still practicing the same thing. Now the whites in Georgia fight Negroes with a smile, whereas they used to fight them with a growl. But they're still being bitten, and we don't think that it is any worse to be bitten with a smile than just to be bitten with a growl.
Yeah, that's the man. That's Malcolm X. You know, anybody who looks at anything that I do know that, you know, they know about me and the God thing. But the man, you know, he had to be scared. They had to get rid of him. They had to turn him against the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. They had to cause something to happen because, man, that man was powerful. But I just text my brother, my Hebrew brother, and asked him, should I put in the invite yet? I'm waiting. It's getting late, and I like to start at 10:30 on the dot, but he had something to do, so I'm just trying to hang in there with him, and see what happens. He should be like getting home in a few minutes, and I'm still waiting to hear from the brother who's supposed to question him. And this should be a really good debate because both of these brothers know a lot. He been studying that flat earth thing, and a couple things that he was telling me. See, I told him I ain't debate nobody on flat earth, because when you hear one person talking about flat earth, you know, the ones that believe it, they be pulling out all this stuff that like is just like it's like the stuff that they be pulling out sounds like the earth is really flat. But when you go check out somebody who don't believe in it, you know, they be pulling out things that sound legit too. So I'm just sitting back and I'm just waiting till somebody pull out 100% facts, whether or not the earth is flat or whether or not the earth is round. So I ain't debating nobody on flat earth. I do other debates. So, and by the way, young Pharaoh murdered that bull last night. I'm sorry. The dude Sanchez, he put up the Pharaoh was doing such a good job. All of a sudden this porn popped up, and I don't know who was watching it, but this porn popped up on the screen, and I'm like, well, what the hell is going on? So, the dude was like, that's the trolls. That's the people who hate the flat earth, and they be sending us death threats and all kind of stuff. Like, come on, man. Don't nobody be sending you no death threats, Sanchez. I hope you see this too. Don't nobody be sending you no damn death threats, because ain't nobody that mad over you believing in flat earth. So, like, for real. You put that porn thing up there so you could try to break everything up, and then you still got smashed at the end. But just like they said last night, just like they said, the debates is not about trying to see who can be, you know, on a high horse, and who can win and who can lose. The debates are for people to, you know, weigh in on different sides and learn some things that they might not have heard before and make a decision for themselves. But I'm hoping that sooner or later we all come down to that 100% facts. Like right knowledge, dear. My man, right knowledge, and I know what that's all about. Proud Nuwapian, and I'm a proud Nuwapian. A lot of Nuwapians don't agree with me, but I do what I do. So, I'm still waiting on the brother to text me back. He said give him 5 minutes. It's been about 10 minutes, maybe more than that. I don't play 2 segments of Brother Malcolm X, Master Teacher Malcolm, and you know, I really what I should have did when he told me that he was that he had to take care of this business, right? This brother's out in California. I should have just canceled it anyway, so that we can get on a more precise time when he didn't have to do nothing for the whole day. That's what I should have did, because you people, you know, you come on and you spending your time here. You don't even have to be on here looking at this. You could be doing something else. You could be playing side another videos, Young Pharaoh, Polite, you know, whoever, you know, interests you the most, could be doing something like that. But you took out your time to come here and get on my channel. You know, I ain't big like, you know, some of the guys, but and I don't like to be late. I like to be on time. So I can't even get in touch with neither one of the brothers. I'll just let the other brother speak by telephone and see what he got to say why the earth not flat. But I can't get in touch with him either. So, you know what? I think maybe because, and I'm not putting nobody down or anything, but it's probably because when people are late like this, they not getting paid. You know, they figure I ain't getting paid for this. I ain't going to jump up in here and, you know, put all my breath out and ain't nobody paying me. So, did you like the X? No, man. It was 2 crackers on there. It was 2 what would you call it? Some people say Neanderthals, whatever you want to call them. You know, it was 2 white folks on there and they was doing their thing. But no, that ain't my taste right there. And I'm not just saying it because I'm on camera. That wasn't none of my taste. But let me call this other brother and see where he's at. And by the way, I'm trying to do something with Young Pharaoh next week, so I'm hoping I get to do something with him next week. So anybody gonna tune into that, that'd be big. That'd be powerful. Right now, I'm just talking off the top of my head. His brother going to the answering machine. He probably asleep, probably knocked out. But the other brother said, give me 5 minutes. And I haven't got a text back from him yet. I just texted him and asked him. All right, he typing me now. Yeah. All right, so let's go in. I'm going to go in and put the invite for the brother. I put the invite form. Now I'm going to see. I never did this before. So I put the invite in. So when he sees it, he should be hitting the invite. Let me see. I never did this before. So bear with me. Did you see the invite? It's adding them on now. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it say adding now. I just texted him and said, it says it's adding you now. It got his face here and it says adding. I know he's on Facebook. I'm looking at you right now, bro. I just tapped your name and I put adding. So, all right, wait a minute. I got it. It should send you something. It should send you something. All right. It should be sending you something right now, a link or something that you have to tap to come in. Connecting.
All right, yup.
Yep, there you go. Peace, bro.
What's up? What's cracking? All love.
Yeah.
Let me post this
Good
up.
to meet you, bro.
Man,
It's the first time. Yeah, this the first time I ever talked to anybody, you know, like for the first time. But you know, like after we did, we usually talk like way after, like face to face. But anyway, it's an honor to meet you, and I don't know where the other brother at. I called and called, and he was hyped about coming on, ask you these questions, but I don't know where he's at. So we just going to go on, and you're going to drop, some of that knowledge on your, get your facts about why the earth is flat. But I would like to ask you a question first that I ask everybody that everybody that I hook up with.
go ahead.
And that is what made you like wake up one morning and say, this is the direction I'm gonna go. I know I'm a Hebrew. I know I got to get this knowledge and I got to get out to my people, help them, so on and so forth. But what inspired you to be who you are today?
I want to say it started with my uncle. Basically, he woke me up, always showing me about the slavery documentaries. He used to be with all the old head teachers, Asha Kwesi, a lot of Pan-Africanist movements. Where I found my direction with the Hebrews is you got to realize that Africa is one of the most genetically diverse countries on earth, or continents, my bad. We each belong to a certain people group. So along the lines of being a Hebrew or a Torah reading Hebrew, it's just me acknowledging my bit and pieces of Africa. You feel me?
Okay, all right, I go with that. So now, right? I'm just going to sit back. I don't know if the boy's name is Akeem. He's actually a Muslim, and he considers himself Muslim. And I don't know if he's going to get in touch with me, call me back, or whatever. But whether he do or not, I'm gonna just give you the stage, and you go in and give us your analysis on why do what's your facts on the Earth being flat as opposed to a globe.
Let me grab because I left my notebook in the bathroom. I was out here taking a dookie. Let me go get that real quick.
Okay. We had to know that. So yeah, so the Hebrew, he gonna break some things down for us, and Man, I'm glad Facebook made this. I'm just telling. I'm glad Facebook put this split screen together because I was putting camera phones in front of camera phones so everybody can see who talking. But they need to make a group thing like a split four-way joint like. But anyway, floor is yours, bro.
All right, man. So, since ain't nobody here to debate, all I'm gonna really do is basically just drop my opinions on most of this stuff. Why I'm finding a lot of things sketchy and whatnot.
Right. Don't put too much out there because somebody gonna analyze it, and next time you know what people do.
Yeah. And so, basically, it was like, in actuality, when has any government really, told us the whole truth? In order to trust the information, you have to really trust your government. You must first trust your government. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, knowing that they lie, why would you take their word on how your world looks? Oh man, here it goes falling. Anyway, but how would you know what I'm saying? How could you trust your government on how your world looks? And they out here destroying your world anyway. And that's when I was like, okay, let me see what Google got to say. Let me see what the earth looked like to Google. And we stumble on things such as this, where, let me see if the camera will flip, where we got NASA always changing different photos of the earth. First of all, I want to ask y'all, why does every single earth look different from 1975 all the way down to 2002, so on and so forth? Where are all the satellites at that they say that they launched over the earth? Where are the stars in the background? Why does America look like it's taking up half the goddamn map right here? Let me see if I can get it in the camera real quick. Right there. When we know America ain't that big, where the rest of South America at? You know what I'm saying? Why is this one bluer? And so it's just things like this where I'm like, okay, something don't seem right. Why is the earth looking inconsistent? And then they tell you at a certain height, what is it? I think 40,000 feet, that you should be able to see the curve. People on the top of Mount Everest right here, look at this. It's still flat. It's still flat. You know what I'm saying? And by the time we get to what do you call it? Some photos you can tell there's been distortion, such as this one where you can tell they have the fisheye lens. Look at the clouds up at the top. Clouds don't bend. Why are the clouds bent? And now you're trying to make the earth look round. You know what I'm saying? But then we got dudes up top over here. It's still flat. So what my question is, when can we see the curve? They don't let planes fly over, I think, about 38,000 to 39,000 feet up in the air. And you should be able to see the curve by 40,000. You know what I'm saying? And there is no reason that aerodynamically that a plane should not be able to fly at that height to see the curve. Yet they don't let planes fly that high because I'm pretty sure I know if you were to fly in that plane, you would not see a curve. And I've flown in planes before. There ain't no curve. When you talk about I know bro Sanchez be killing it with the flat earth topics, but when you talk about, like I said, filling up a glass of water, you can't get a curved level at the top. The water will always find its leveled surface. You know what I'm saying? And so when you're talking about the earth being a globe, how in the world is it a globe and every single time water is filling up any empty space, it always finds a level surface, a flat level surface.
Oh, great.
Also, me myself just being curious, I'm like, okay, where if that's the case, because I remember I heard about the what do you call it, the how they the Arctic Circle.
Yeah.
Because before I didn't believe none of this. That's all. I'm like, okay, I want to disprove this. Let me look up the continent of Antarctica. So, Antarctic continent. Let's see if a real photo come up. You know, some kind of satellite imagery, anything of the sort. And this is what we get. I want to look at Antarctica. They're going to draw it for me instead of showing me what they look like. And you know what I'm saying? These are the flaws. Like they're gonna show me ground level. These are the flaws that I'm finding in this globe Earth theory. If the Earth is really a globe, why can't they just show it to us? And that's the Antarctic wall right there, the one that I subscribe to now. That's 150 feet up in the air that surrounds us and closes us. And I want to say more like a circle, like a field. Basically, I want people to really, you know, I'm not out here to debate people, hate on people. I just want people to open their minds and question. You know what I'm saying? We've been out here getting lied to. Why is it that they will tell you that the Earth is round, get all these mathematical equations to figure out how round it is, but yet never show you a real image of it? But yet they went to the moon, right?
Right.
I'm just saying, man. What's wrong with a little bit of honesty? And so when people tell me, oh well, then you should see the curve at right when you in the atmosphere, right? And they show you that little Red Bull image. Let me see, what's that called? The Red Bull jump. Let me see. Red Bull jump across. Red Bull jump.
You said the Red Bull?
Yeah, when he was right above the atmosphere.
Okay.
Dang, computer acting slow and everything.
Yeah, I'm surprised this phone moving this fast. I'm glad I got a new one.
I'm saying it's like as soon as you get a computer, they start contracting viruses for no reason. There we go.
Yeah, man, you should.
All right, here we go. Now this is my problem with this Red Bull jump. So this is the Red Bull jump. Right here, the man was over. He was supposed to be over New Mexico, and the first problem I see is that if he's over New Mexico, why is it taking over the whole Earth? So you telling me we all live in New Mexico? That's a problem. Number one. Number two, we can see this curve, right? We can see that curve, right? Okay. The Earth is round, right? All right. Why is it flat right here?
Yeah.
Why is it flat right there? What's the difference with the lenses? Why are we seeing so many inconsistencies? And honestly, the inconsistencies is really what led me to question, because I'm a very observant person and I don't believe stuff that they just hand me. I can't believe NASA because they stealing tax dollars and shooting up rocket ships that ain't going nowhere.
Right. Never just sit down and believe.
Never. You said what?
Never just sit and believe.
Never just sit and believe.
Always question.
Exactly. And that's the only reason why we is led up to this flat Earth. And I'm gonna just because I found a great website. A lot of people like to ask me, you know what I'm saying, the sun. How does the sun rotate if that's the case? I ain't even gonna explain it. They got a visual representation right here for you guys. It's like that. You see the sun is much more smaller and closer than we think. And it, what's it called? And they're showing you that even if you have a flashlight, you know what I'm saying? If you have a flashlight and you shine that light, the light's going to shine out, but on a specific radius. It's going to only lighten up certain spots. Therefore, when the Earth is closer, you know what I'm saying? This is how you determine night and day. And so I'm gonna just let y'all see that real quick. That's that.
So.
Oh, go ahead.
So by that that picture right there, is that actually saying that the sun doesn't shine light in all directions? It only shines it in one direction?
Well, yeah, I mean, and that'll even lead you to common sense because the globe heads like to say that um when it's daytime in one place, it's nighttime in the other place, correct? So this basically is saying the same thing, but all it's doing now is showing you that this is how it's possible. You know what I'm saying? And this is why when you in a plane, the sun seems way closer than what they showing you, and why when light hits clouds, why it distributes out, like saying if you were holding a flashlight. Let me see if I can find it.
So what the hell?
Oh, go ahead.
So what is in the sun? Well, how is the sun sitting in the sky? Is it on screen or some shit?
You said, is it on? Well, one thing we got to learn is that since we don't have gravity, I don't believe in gravity. We have to look at weight distribution. We have to look at weight distribution. The sun is not a solid object. It's made out of gases. Therefore, I want to say also our what do you call it? Our oxygen is made out of gases, correct? So if the sun is not heavier than the oxygen it is in, why would it fall down? Why would it go anywhere? You know what I'm saying? So all it has to really do is focus on a cycle. And I want to leave that up to God, because with the flat earth theory, you can't really have space, because once you have space, you have to invite aliens. You know, that's a whole nother topic. Let me see if I could find the light hitting clouds and whatnot.
Yeah, and I was shocked because I had an interview with Dr. Phil Valentine a while back. And I was shocked when he started talking about, he don't say flat earth, he say flat plane. He's saying that, I think he said, I got to watch it, I think he said it goes on like into infinity or something like this, and he was in with it, and I was like, dang, Phil Valentine? So I was like, man,
I mean,
that was taking me out.
And I mean, in all honesty, that's the truth, because once you're past the Arctic wall, there's a reason why they have the Antarctic Treaty. When a lot of people don't like to think about that, we're not allowed to go to Antarctica, and we don't get any real images of Antarctica. And yet, when you want to look up things like I said, the Antarctic wall, they come up. But if you look up the continent of Antarctica, you get drawings and representations. So that really leaves it up to what are they hiding? You know what I'm saying? And so this is right here. This is basically the flashlight effect I was talking about. When an object is when light distribution is held at a certain distance, it reflects it outward. So and a lot of globe heads like to say that, you know, the light's hidden directly, and in actuality it's basically just like a flashlight. I'm not the big scientist head, you know what I'm saying, but I use common sense. And if you telling me that the sun is 1 billion something miles away, and that the light is hitting me at a balanced position, I gotta question that, because you can't have me at a certain distance and expect light to hit me the same way it'll hit me if it was right next to me.
Okay.
Let me see. And I want to get into ancient depictions right now, because once you start pulling up the ancient depictions, people get scared. I feel like
somebody was telling me when I was younger, somebody was saying that the reason why that they don't let you go up to the Antarctic is because there's a portal there where you can step back and forth through time, something like that. They was telling me, and I never like, you know, I did think on it, but at that time I wasn't thinking about flat Earth. I thought it, you know, is this real reason why they don't let you go up there?
You said, what's the real reason?
Yeah, no. I said so this is could be, you know, the real reason why they don't let you go up there, not because it's a ton, or it might be a whole lot of shit up there.
Yeah, no,
But
I believe it's a whole lot of shit out there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, what are they keeping us inside here for? And so,
right.
and so these are some of the ancient depictions of our cosmology. And you know, I'm a Hebrew. I like this one right here. And that's NASA. We can see the inconsistencies. And I like this one specifically because it shows the Arctic wall right here, and then the tree of life sprouting from it. But it shows you the Arctic wall, and it lets you know that our ancient ancestors, they knew what the Earth was shaped like, and that there was a wall surrounding us. So now all of a sudden we hit the 21st century or the 1960s, and now Antarctica is a continent. But what our ancient ancestors understood was that we was entrapped into a dome. And that's why NASA likes to make excuses talking about why we don't go back to the moon. And what people ain't even asking themselves is, why is it when they was putting up the flag, was the flag blowing like it was in the wind? And there ain't no wind in space.
Right.
You in a studio. And this is I believe this one is the Sumerian. I know I remember young Pharaoh said the Sumerians, they have a what do you call it? They have a globe. I'm gonna address that right now.
Okay. Shit, you might be watching. No. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me see something.
Go ahead.
No, he's not watching. He's actually doing his own video on Instagram. I think he just cut off. I think it just ended. But so I know he ain't looking over this way. But
I mean,
but
go ahead.
No, I'm just saying he's not looking over this way.
Oh, it's all good. I wish I could show him this though, because when you want to get the shape of the Earth, you look up cosmology. You don't look up Sumerian astrology, because the same. I'm gonna pull up that same picture he pulled up too. Was that I'm gonna look up the galaxy. So Sumerian solar system.
Like I said, like I told the people before you came on, I said I'm not debating with nobody on flat Earth because just like you throwing your facts down, I'll get another brother come up in here be throwing facts down why it's not flat, and like all this shit sound legit, and like but once y'all get together, then we see who got facts and who knocks out who. So but it's just for the learning purpose we trying to build.
Yeah, no, exactly. I understand, and I feel that. Only problem with me is that I'm gonna have to stand my ground, because in order for the Earth to be round, you have to subscribe to gravity, and gravity is a theory. That means that every single mathematical principle that you create to support the globe is just a theory. It's all ass junk, because you cannot validify it, because the whole concept of heliocentrism is that we circulate the sun because of gravity. So, and this is the thing he pulled up, but right there, the solar system, and I was like, okay, young Pharaoh, he might have some flame, he might have got Bro Sanchez, but when we get to specific, such as Sumerian cosmology, just so y'all know, I ain't looking at nothing crazy. You still get a flat Earth. You still get the same depiction everybody else was depicting back then. I don't want to go too far down.
So you're looking at that from the top.
You said what?
So the picture of the solar system there that you just showed by I think it's the Sumerians. Is it like you looking at that from the top, or what? Like,
you know what? I ain't too into Sumerian astrology, but I know that the ancient understanding of planets were luminaries, which they they were lights, and they were portals, and that's where you get Nibiru and the me being a Hebrew, the Anunnaki to me are the fallen angels, and I want to say, I know of Saturn and Satan, one and the same. So,
Yeah.
basically, these to me these planets is portals, and I don't much believe in space, because even when young Pharaoh wanted to say that the Sumerians believed that the Earth was round, and I thought Bro Sanchez was gonna come with this. I thought he was gonna be like, well, hold up, young Pharaoh. But even when you look up cosmology of the Sumerians, you still get the flat Earth. I don't know if that picture that he showed is a valid picture, because I know they do the same thing with the Egyptians where they lighten the skin tones. So we don't know if this is real or not, in my opinion. Only because we get in two different results when we get into specifics. You know what I'm saying? Why is this the Earth? Yet this is the what do you call it? The I wouldn't even say universe. I would say our star system, not our star system, our solar system. My bad. Why is this our solar system? So and especially we getting all this as soon as Zachariah Sitchin come up. I really can't trust it now, especially when him being an uncredible source. But yeah, I mean, basically, you're not gonna find a round globe Earth, inside of any ancient depiction, and that medieval Earth that what's it called, that young Pharaoh had showed up before. First of all, I don't even know how in the hell medieval Europeans had a picture of the globe, when we know that Europeans were some of the dumbest people on earth. The Moors was the ones that taught them. I don't believe that shit for one bit. You not a Google whoever was behind that was really just trying to give white people a step up, because we know that that the Moors was out here teaching the Europeans, and they taught them everything. I cannot believe that when I look up ancient cosmology and I'm seeing the same thing. And I know people like to touch on Nut and Geb. I don't even want to go there right now. Nut and Geb gets everybody, riled up. My uncle was getting mad at me because I told him Nut and Geb was a representation of the flat Earth. He said it was the universe. I said, yeah, but it's a universe inside of the dome. So but and yeah, when you look up the Earth, you get no photos of the satellites that they say is up there. So, and that's another.
Yeah.
You only see the satellites in the movies. I ain't even gotta what's it called? Get that. I don't even gotta get that real quick. But you only see the satellites in the movies, and if you I want to see if you can even Google satellites. And let me see if we get let's see if we get a real depiction.
I was sitting here trying to Google real pics of the Antarctic, and I ain't seen none yet. but wait a minute, hold up.
Oh, and let me get the door real quick because my girl's over here. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, wait a minute. Where'd he go? All right. Now I'm all right, I got something here. All right, that's not a real pic. All right, they got an ice wall. No, what is this? Antarctic real footage on high jump movie. What the hell? If you could find a real picture.
All right, we back. And I got the satellites pulled up. I just want y'all to decide this for yourself if this is real or not. We don't get no real images of space from any space organization. This is the closest you finna get because they always say they got satellites. This is the closest you finna get right here. Something that somebody made in the game studio. But yeah,
I found a picture here that it's say wait a minute, searching. No, this ain't it. That's something else. My bad.
oh man, what was it of though?
It's it don't even say it's the Antarctic. Searching for echoes and inflation. They don't even say. Oh yeah, yes it do. It says a voyage. Wait a minute. A photo taking during a spider voyage above Antarctica. I mean, how real? Let me try to get it in the camera. You could probably find it. How real did that look? I mean, this could be color because they can make some pictures look real, man.
We didn't see
They
it
could
all.
really pull some shit and make it look real. Huh?
I said, yeah, we didn't see it all.
Yeah, but this
and I mean,
I'm not.
what's the call? I showed you the distortion that they do on. Let me see if I can find the. Where's Mount Everest once again? We saw the distortion with Mount Everest, where they had the fisheye lens at the top of the hill, and the clouds were bent, trying to make it seem like there was a curvature. Here we go, right here.
Yeah.
Right there. So we can see, because a lot of people don't believe the fisheye lens, but you can see that when an image is closer to the fisheye lens, it's not curved. But yet when you get farther in the background, things start to curve. And so we see the problems with this. Clouds don't curve.
Right. Now I got a picture here. Say flat Earth, real footage in Antarctica, and it has 3 question marks there. And when you look at this, you see the wall, but you see that shit going like all the way across, like it don't end. And it's supposed to be the real picture, and the wall look like it just don't end. It just goes on forever. Like, now, I mean, I don't know at what angle that was taken, but like I said, I ain't debating on it.
I mean, I'm just saying when you wanna fight and claim that the globe is validated, you first have to represent a real picture of the globe. Otherwise, you're just spitting lies to me.
Yeah.
And so we see even the Masons, have the flat Earth cosmology. They have the say again.
Go ahead. I want to see what my goddaughter run. I'll be right back in a second. Just go ahead and talk.
All right, for sure. And so you see, guys, that we have the 4 foundations that most flat earthers subscribe to, most ancient civilizations subscribe to. That's what represents the 4 poles. It holds up the earth. We see the sun right here, and the moon right here, and the all-seeing eye, which, in my opinion, it represents God, or the heavens above the firmament. And I mean, I don't, and the dome right there. And so I don't know how much many people can dispute this when even the occultic secret societies agree to the same cosmology. When now the only people that would agree that the earth is flat is the sheeple. And
what about this?
Go ahead.
What about this big ass hole that you're talking about that's supposed to go through the earth? Or in order for that to happen, it would have to be round. So I guess that's like out the question.
And I mean,
done away.
I mean, well, the thing with that is they don't even let us fly over the North Pole. So at the same time, it could keep going deeper and deeper as well.
Right.
So but yeah.
They don't let you fly over the Grand Canyon either.
What'd you say?
I heard they won't let you fly over the Grand Canyon either.
They don't even let you fly over the Grand Canyon.
That's what I heard. I heard a dude was doing some research because he was it was something in the Grand Canyon. He was trying to find some ancient shit, and they was you don't want nobody to mess with it, but you can't just like walk down there and get to it because it's a drop. You have to take a plane or like a helicopter. And he said when he tried to do that, they came out and told him to get the hell out. Like you can't go to a certain level in the Grand Canyon. Now what's down there, I don't know. But the board said they will not let your ass down there. So man,
I mean, from what I hear, what's in there is a lot of ancient Egyptian relics because a lot of people
right.
that ancient Egypt was a global empire, and so
Yeah.
you know it would make a lot of sense, especially when you want to apply as above so below. If there's a Nile in Africa, there got to be a Nile in America on the other side of the world, and a lot of people say the Nile or the Grand Canyon, the river was the Nile, and that it dried up.
There's a a friend of mine saying there's an old city down there.
Man, I wouldn't even doubt it. They don't let people do too much searching around there.
Right.
What was I looking for?
And I wanted to go to Arizona. But me, man, knowing me, I know me. If I happen to go to Arizona, I'm trying to take a look, but shit, it's burning up out there, man. That shit is hot. And then you get knocked in your head or something and told going about your business. I mean, like, I don't even know if it's worth it. But cause they damn sure ain't gonna let you bring no information out of it. But I want to ask you something too. What do you think about? I mean, this may be a little off the subject, but I was talking about, the portal that they was talking about. They won't let nobody go to that's in Antarctic. What do you think about time travel?
Well, my understanding of time is that the cheesy stuff, that time is an illusion, because even in the Torah it says that a day for us or 1,000 years for Yah is a day for us, or vice versa. So I really feel like time can really be it can be fractured, and we have there's a lot of conspiracies about the government building time machines, invisibility cloaks, and all this other stuff. I don't see what would be stopping them from traveling through time, or any kind of system that allows us to travel through time. Because remember, like you said, Phil Valentine, he said we're in a plane, we're in a realm. So therefore, this is all that there is, at least in this dimension. What's stopping us from breaking this dimension, going further, going forward, basically? Because time is a man-made taught system, and in actuality it doesn't really exist, especially when you want to get into the other dimensions.
Man, but it's somebody that I really wish that I could get back, man. I mean, it's a real messed up story, but I think about it all the time. If I could manipulate time some kind of way, I'll be out, get this person back. But anyway, yeah, man.
I mean, but I'm not too pseudo on it. I ain't seen
yeah.
I mean, I know what do they have, the Mandela effect. I feel like if they really had big access to changing of time, which I feel like if that was the case, like if there was a place in the Antarctic where you step in and you go back in time, if they really had time travel at their disposal, this world would probably be spontaneously different almost every single day. So at the end of the day, it's like, if they had time travel, I'm pretty sure me and you would not be speaking about time travel right now.
Yeah, because somebody's going to go back and change something. I know I damn sure would.
Man, I was gonna look for something. I had forgot what it was. Dang.
Try to stop World War II or some shit. But
I mean,
that
I remember. I'm gonna get this real quick.
Okay.
And when you want to get into the New Testament, the Son of God, what I put? Jesse? I meant Jesus. I meant Jeebus. All right. So when you want to get into the Son of God, you know, which me and you both know who that really is. It's the literal Son, or at least in some cases. The earliest depictions of Jesus Christ was depicted with him in front of the Helios, or the Helios behind him. This is another representation of sun worship. The reason, and I know a lot of people ask me, what's the reason for the flat Earth, or what's what's the purpose? What does it matter? And in actuality, it really basically it fools everybody, because if you rotate across the sun, now the sun is your God. Can you close my door real quick? Hold on one moment.
Okay.
I'm trying to load this up real quick, and it's really being slow right now. I got the virus. But yeah, the earth revolving around the sun is sun worship, because now you got to depend on the sun for everything that you have. Praying to the sun when it rises and sets. The Son of God is what's it called? Jesus Christ or whatever. Helios. I know they call the Bible Helios, Biblios. It's all sun worship. Once you bring in that flat earth aspect, you take away the sun worship, because now life does not revolve around the sun, or I would say the earth does not revolve around the sun. Jesus Christ himself, he told you, I know they took out one of the gospels of I think it was the Gospel of John. He told you, as above so below. Basically, you whatever's going down here is gonna have to go down up there. So that's another reason why I believe in the flat earth theory. You know, the firmament, the waters above. You can't have an ocean down here and not have an ocean up there.
Okay. Now, I heard you say, but when I was telling you that you are the first Hebrew that I really heard say that the earth was flat, and I think you texted me back and said that that there is others, or that there is some others that something like that. I mean, I imagine there is, but I want to ask you something, like real quick. What do you think about the other brothers, because I know all of y'all stick together. That's what I like. That's one thing I like about y'all. What do you think about the other brothers, like Captain Tazariak or Zion Lex or Gorilla Hebrew?
Well, I want to say the only one that I've seen really bring actual facts is Nazi.
Okay.
Nazi, to me, he's because I want to say that before I hopped into this Hebrew Israelite stuff, I understood the symbolism of the Bible with all its metaphysics. Moses in the bronze serpent. I'm gonna show you that right now, actually. Which is supposed to be the Kundalini.
Okay.
The meeting, seeing God face to face on Mount Peniel. You know, all of that good stuff. So I understood the metaphysics of the Old Testament. I don't really subscribe to the New Testament. It's all astrology. But I understood the metaphysics of the Old Testament before I actually started subscribing to any sort of faith. So I really respect Nazi, because he's taking that same viewpoint as me, as the other ones, such as Tazariak and whatnot. I want to say with what a lot of them Hebrew Israelites are I call them Christian lights, because a lot of them accept that Jesus shit. They I don't know, to me they seem like educated fools, because they can memorize the book but couldn't really break it down in its true etymology. So I mean, and you know, I love everybody. I love them all. But I feel like we gotta awaken up out of that brainwash, because the first thing Master told you when you got off that slave ship was that Jesus saves you, or Jesus is gonna save you. And now we out here still taking that same ideology and belief. And I get into a lot of arguments with a lot of Hebrew Israelites because I try to tell them the contradictions of the New Testament and the Torah or whatnot. They don't like to listen, and it's all that brainwashed mind state. But this is Moses and the serpent, and we can tell what that is. We already know what this is, the Kundalini.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And this and let me get the verse as well, because the verse you're going to see the symbolism. What is it? Numbers 20.
That's another thing. Because I know I put up a post about Jesus Christ. I can't even remember what the post said. It's somewhere, it's on my Facebook page. And I seen you press like, and I was like, wait a minute now. But he pressing like for? Like, I got to see what's going on here.
Yeah, nah. I mean, because in all actuality, us Torah Hebrew Israelites, we seem to be the more intellectuals of the whole subgroup. We I don't know if you ever heard of Vin Lloyd. He was with Nazi Yashuvel or whatever. He be posting on Instagram. He be breaking down the symbology as well, showing you that all them verses in the Old Testament talking about a savior to come and whatnot already came to pass. They was talking about David, or they was talking about the archangel angel Michael and whatnot. And so even when you want to read the and that's another thing. These New Testament Hebrew Israelites, they don't like to read the Gospels that they took out other than the Apocrypha. They scared of the Book of Enoch. They don't like to read the Gospel of John, which is actually a really powerful gospel to open your eyes. You'll be like, dang, I you know what I mean? Like, I see why the first book they handed us was the Helios Biblios and whatnot. And so back on track though. This is the verse is Numbers chapter 21 verse 9, and it even tells you and Moses made a serpent of brass and put it upon a pole. And it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld this serpent of brass, he lived. And I don't know if you're into all the metaphysics and whatnot. I see the unk behind you, but
okay,
we understand. Go ahead.
That's my Key Life Productions. That's the name of my platform. So yeah. So I'm gonna text you a couple things that I've made that I actually actually plan to make a necklace out of, and I'm gonna see what you think about it later.
Yeah, for sure. And I know you understand the Kundalini. It's it goes all the way back to ancient Kemet. This energy, it's that, I want to say, it's that life force. It's that energy that you need to unlock. And basically, they're showing you right here in the Torah that it's the same concept, the metaphysics. I had a Puerto Rican dude. He looked mostly of European descent, claiming the tribe of Ephraim. You know how they do with the 12 tribes. Told me that most of because I had told him, let me see if I can get the verse real quick. I had posted on my Instagram the definition of an allegory.
Okay.
The definition of an allegory. Let me get the whole thing real quick. All right. So a story or a story, poem, or picture that can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning, typically a moral or political one. And we see in the Torah that it came out of Yah's mouth. Let me see if I can get this verse. Basically that that it is most of it is an allegory. It's a book about a people, and it's a book about enlightenment. We have the Kundalini up in here. One day I want to here we go. I got the verse right here.
Okay.
Oh snap. Here go the slowness. All right. So out of the King James version, the Christianites' favorite book, Galatians chapter 4 verse 24, which things are an allegory, for these are the two covenants, the one from the Mount Sinai, which gendereth to bond, gendereth, I don't know how to pronounce that word, to bondage, which is Agar. The most ignored word in this verse is allegory. It's telling you that the new covenant, all this stuff they talk about in the Bible that seem to not make sense, is an allegory. It's representing something of a bigger picture. And basically, what I did before I became, a Hebrew Israelite was look up what's the allegorical symbolism in the Bible. We got Hebrew Israelites out here on the street corners talking about a snake was talking to Eve, and Eve was listening to the snake like a dumbass and ate the goddamn apple. Nigga, how dumb is you to listen to a snake? I mean, it's clearly a representation of in my opinion, of our ego. Wanting to what did it say? Another thing, a lot of Hebrew, I'm gonna connect this real quick. A lot of things Hebrew Israelites of the 12 tribes don't like to get in is the word Elohim. Especially when it's in the New Testament, or not the New Testament, my bad. When it's in the text, they like to skip over it. Let me see Elohim definition. But basically, to me, it is a representation of the ego, the good and the evil. We wanted the knowledge of good and evil. It led us to death. We lost our perfection. It's a whole deeper meaning, and that's why it said, what if man tasted of the tree of life and can live forever? Like, what does that mean? And these are questions people ain't asking. And especially when I like to dive into the Sumerian what do you call it? The Sumerian histories, where they talked about the Anunnaki, or those from heaven who came above from heaven or whatnot. You get it. Basically, in the beginning, in Genesis, a lot of the reason why I respect a lot of Torah Hebrew Israelites is because they look into these matters such as this, where when you get into the Hebrew versions of the Bible, it says Elohim instead of God or the Lord and whatnot. And Elohim, I'm trying to find a definition, but in short, Elohim is a plural word meaning multiple gods, goddesses, whatever. These beings, you want to call them Anunnaki, fallen angels, Elohim, it doesn't matter. They were given authority to procreate. They had us in the garden, and you can study that Sumerian stuff. They had us in the garden. Adam or Adamu, whatever, disobeyed. What was it? Enlil, and we got kicked out the garden. I know you know of Enlil and Enki, right?
I got a brother here saying Adam and Eve was really Gab and Nut. I want to ask you something, right? If I put my phone number up, and or do you want to go that route? Because it's somebody that's putting quite a bit of stuff into the chat, and I'm like, well, you know how I am. I mean, by now you know how. Like I'm like this. You put it in the chat, but if you want to call in and actually talk to this person and ask him this, I'm down if he is.
Yeah, let him go ahead and hop in here.
I see another entry. I see another invite thing, but I think that only two people could hook on this. So I'm gonna put my phone number on the screen, and as the brother who says Adam and Eve is really Gab and Nut, this I put it out there. I mean, I don't care. Everybody else do. Sinetta, Pharaoh. This is my number, 267-506-0736. If you want to call in, the brother's down with it. So you want to get that down real quick. 267-506-0736. I know it looked backwards on here, but you can see it. So I'm about to take it down. So if you didn't get it, just put into the chat that, you know, that for me to put it up again, and you can call in and ask this brother about this, you know, 'cause I don't know if you disagreeing with him or agreeing with him, but you know, there's a chance for you to find out some things. So what was you saying, bro?
I want to hear that. I'm looking for my interpretation of the whole Adam and Eve. Trying to look at which one they got up in here that's more accurate to what I believe.
So we gonna wait till the brother finish,
Mm-hmm.
and then when he say so, if you want to call into that number, then you know call in. But we want to let the brother finish what he talking about first.
All right, let me see what this talking about real quick. Because from my understanding, Adam and Eve represented the ego. The snake was a representation of ourselves, our lower self. Eating the fruit
Okay.
got us into our lower selves, and that's why they said, what if he eats of the fruit of life and then he might live forever? Basically, a higher consciousness. And I feel like Nazi Yashuvel, he really understands that. He talks about a lot of this stuff in his lectures, and I was surprised because I thought I was the only Hebrew who really thought like that. Everyone else likes to take the words literal when they literally tell you it's an allegory.
Yeah, you know, I believe I haven't listened to a lot of him, but from what I could hear, I think Divine Prospect thinks around those lines. If I'm right, I'm not sure. I don't know how much you listen to Divine Prospect, but I think he goes somewhere around those lines. And I don't think Zion Lex is far from it, but you know, I think Divine Prospect is more along the lines of what you're saying.
Yeah. I've never heard the Nut and Geb one. I do want to hear that one. He should have actually screenshotted that image and called in. I wanted to hear that. He said signs of sin.
The number.
Yeah, he got the number.
So you want to call in, bro? You know, he down with it.
I mean, and you know, it's along the lines of that stuff. There's a lot of issues with the Hebrew Israelites, and I understand why a lot of Hoteppers don't really respect them, because they bring in the same thing that Christians brought, just with a little bit more blackness in it. And so
polite call them gangster Christian.
And that's, in actuality, that's what they are. But that's why they don't ever bring. I know you saw Nazi versus Sarah Suit and Seti. After that, they don't like to bring up a lot of Torah Israelites, because usually in the debates we don't lose. And it's not because any I want to say validity or any foundation. Is because we understand the Torah for what it is, and when people want to attack it from a Christian mind state, we can bounce back and be like, that's not what it really meant. Let me break it down. Whereas the Christian Hebrew Israelites, they get defensive, they shut up, or they don't know what to say. Such as AOCC, I heard they like to walk out as soon as they done with their segment.
Man.
And so, I mean, just a lot of ignorance to me.
I was talking to one of the AOC brothers. This was some years ago, and he flipped out on me. I was like, man, let me go about my business. Like, I thought they was gonna jump me, man. Like for real. And I ain't even had that. I wish I had a camera on me to record it, but I was like, damn, let me get the hell out of here, man.
And I mean,
they'll get violent, man. They get violent, and some of those Muslims get violent too.
and they get violent because they're religious. They're not spiritual. And this is the God they worship and who they trying to make black. When it lets you know that in the first commandment, thou shalt not worship any god other than Yah, and that we should not make any graven images. And so
Jesus the cracker Christ.
Cracker Christ right here. And look, they still worshiping the sun. They don't understand that the sun behind him is the literal sun. Jesus Christ literally came to get us back to worshiping the sun. And I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove it real quick. Let me see if I could no, this should be easy. I ain't even tripping. The other gospels, they're probably not on Google. They're on YouTube. I encourage you listen to them because it really starts to pop out who this dude was. And in my opinion, Jesus was Lucifer. And I know that's not a very. You said what?
I saw the Mormon picture up there. I used to be a Mormon way back. I used to be a Mormon, and later on I was a Jehovah's Witness. Man, I've been around a little bit. And man, Jehovah's Witness, it is almost impossible to get through to them because they teach you straight up. If it ain't coming from the hall, if it ain't coming from a watchtower, or what's that other one? I forgot the name of the other one. But don't mess with it. Like a Jehovah's Witness will hand you a tract. And you're like, hey, want something to read? And you hand them something at the same time. They're like, oh no, we don't mess with that. Just read ours. Like, dang.
And honestly, that's the
mean,
these Christian Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah,
I see them on the street.
Basic, yeah.
I see them on the street. They think they cut. They be in my DMs all the time talking about, look at this scripture, Ak. You just got cut. Like, come on, family. And so, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12 in the Torah, says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Now we see that Lucifer is the morning star. I know a lot of us have grabbed that concept. So let me see.
But he said, all right, now the brother's saying, but what was your nationality? Why don't you just call in?
On me. On me.
Just call me. Here's the phone right here. I'll put it right up to the thing so it get hit.
And this is this is in the New Testament. The Torah let us know, what's to come, how is it gonna end, so on and so forth. The New Testament, to me, is a Masonic book. That's why in the Masonic lodges they use the KJV with their little altercations and whatnot. Revelations chapter 22 verse 16 says, I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. All right. We already know the churches is one of our worst enemies. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright morning star. So what I want people to ask themselves is, how is both Lucifer and Jesus the morning star? Nobody like to answer that
Right.
question.
Yeah.
They like to say, "Oh, it's because he's bringing the light." Well, shit. So was Lucifer.
Yeah. I would like my brother to be on here. He's an apostolic.
A what?
And he just apostolic. And he just know he got it down pat. He know he got it. We go through it all the time.
And I mean, I'm
Yeah,
trying to think. They like to say, oh no, go ahead, my bad. Oh, he said Hebrew is not a nationality, you know. It's a falsehood. You ever heard of the E1B1A genetic haploid group of Jacob, which is only found in Negroes? From Jacob, like I just stated. So when you want to talk about it's not a nationality, it's a falsehood. If you want to get into the genetics of it, it's still the same thing. Negroes are still Hebrews, whether we like it or not. Even if we acknowledge Egypt and whatnot, I have no problem with that. I'm not gonna start bashing people, but at the end of the day, we understand that we are a Semitic people, the Afro-Asiatic black man. So in actuality, you telling me that Hebrew is not a nationality, it's a falsehood. That's opinionated. It's not factual. Because I could show you, and fuck the verse, I'm gonna just look up E1B1A haploid group.
You said actually I said the Bible is a falsehood. See, now I'm gonna just say something. Most of the people that's on here, that thing always says one, but when I hit finish, you see a whole shitload of people that was watching. But I don't know why I do that. But anyway, everybody know they heard my views on a lot of my videos and everything, but they probably wonder how come he not trying to. No, because I'm not here to debate. I'm here to let the brother put his thing down. So I'm not even going there. But you, my brother, keep saying a lot of stuff. But here's the phone number. All you gotta do is call in, and we'll keep it respectful. You ask him a question, then he puts something to you, and or maybe we can set up a organized debate like we were supposed to have with the other brother. One get 15 minutes, on like that. So I think it's Sadid El Hajj. If you want to set up an organized debate with the brother, just press 1. I believe he can hear me.
Oh man, he's a Moor. That's what it is.
Oh, he's a Moor.
Yeah, that's why. But look right here. Jacob, right there. Y-DNA equals E1B1A. Those are the offsprings. Let me show you the ground covered of E1B1A real quick. Before you want to tell me we not Semitic. There was a good representation right here. E1B1A. Right there. And it's heavily in West Africa. So, I mean, I just want to know what you got to say about that. Where the genetic tests support that Jacob's haploid group is within the proximity of West Africa predominantly. So I mean, hey, I mean, what are the Moors? I want them to hop on the phone. I want to know what these Moors really believe. In all honesty,
I'm looking at the thing here where it say add, just like I added you, and I'm wondering, can this add another person? I don't know, or is it just made for 2 people? As far as I know, it's just made for 2 people, but I still see the add icon sitting there. So you want me to see if I can add this brother or what?
yeah.
I'm gonna tap it right now, but I'm gonna make sure I don't lose you, because one time I did this and I lost the person. It was all screwed up. All right, I'm going in.
Brother just said, "Don't look Semitic to me." That's the oldest depiction of Jesus Christ, and they all black. I mean, I don't know how much Semitic you want to get. It ain't even really up for debate. But go ahead, add the brother if you can.
Okay, I'm putting an invite right now, and I'm going to see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. Nope, I think it's just made for two people because it's not adding them. I'm gonna try that one more time.
Man. We not Semitic, right?
It say invited, but it's not adding them. So he would have to call in. I gotta get another device, but we gotta get like a three-way joint. But he got the phone number. So I mean, you could type things. It's easy to type stuff. I've been in many wars typing things, but I got the phone number, so I'm not going to even keep going on that because he got the phone number. If you want to call in, call in.
Yeah, no, he hears. He hears. But that whole black ain't a nationality. That is partly true. That is partly true. Never said it was. That's why I claim Hebrew. Then again, there's another Semite right here. And look, This one look like my pops. Oh, light skin ass.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just saying, brother. And I thought the Moors believed we was the Hebrews anyway, just on the other side, the Ibri, right? The boys.
Is that bro?
You said
I'm asking him. I'm asking him what did he think about what you just said.
I mean, because a lot of the YouTube videos, they say Hebrews and the Moors are the same people.
It says, "Show me the black flag and Constitution. I'll wait."
The black flag and Constitution. I gave you a nationality, brother. I didn't say we black. I said we the Hebrews. I'm not looking for a black nationality flag. I'm not a Pan-Africanist. I don't even. If in all actuality, I don't believe in the out of Africa theory only because we were here before they took us out of Africa.
The dude looked like he wanted to get his debate on, but he not calling in. I said I wasn't gonna say that. There I go. but yeah, damn, we just went straight off flat Earth.
I mean, there was nothing to debate about it no more. I stated the premises. There is no real depiction of the Earth, and you could do that at home. We're left to speculate. And when we speculate, we gotta look back at who was depicting Earth, you know what I'm saying, before we did, and we always see that the cosmology is of a flat domed realm or plane. So I'll subscribe with my I trust. I don't know, fam. I'll trust the ancestors rather than some of these people that be bringing up stuff now, because I done heard some crazy stuff. I done heard white people came from black people.
Yeah.
And
I heard that. Then I heard they was made from different types of animals. Neanderthals.
So I mean,
I don't know where the hell they came from. All I know, they as a whole, they the virus of the damn planet. Them and them Arabs. So wherever they came from,
I mean,
they need to go back.
And you're not gonna tell me, and that's why I feel like the Book of Enoch is a powerful book, because it lets you know. Oh, this is the white man, just so you know. But it lets you know that the Neanderthals came from the fallen angels of the Anunnaki, whatever, gene splicing. And so almost every single culture has the creation story of the Tamahu, the Esau, you know what I'm saying? The white man, the red devil, whatever. And in my what's it called? In my analysis, they didn't come from us. They was created in a laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the story of Yaqub?
I was just thinking that.
I mean,
I was just thinking.
is it a valid argument, or is it just a theory?
I like to know where his body at, where he buried.
Yaqub?
Because some people actually think that, believe he exists, that he existed, and he did his thing, dropped off the whites, and they started doing their thing that they was created for. So I asked somebody, one of my mentors, I asked him, well, where's his body at? Where was he buried? Well, and they were saying that something about Shambhala. And you know what Shambhala is, right?
You know what? The name sounds familiar, but
and
I'm not familiar with it.
The hollow earth theory.
Oh, okay.
And I'm saying, if there was a Shambhala in the Gotha, then that means the earth had to be a globe. But there's so many, facts that you throw down and knock out, the globe. So it can't be inside a flat plane. So unless it's underneath the damn thing, so I don't know. So
I mean,
man.
shit, man. I mean, in all honesty, when it comes to I like that question a lot. When a lot of people say, okay, why can we find the bodies of pharaohs but not the bodies of biblical prophets? And I think Nazi answered it perfect. He let him know that the Hebrews, they were spiritual people in the essence. Before we got all this religious stuff, they were spiritual people. So when they died, they liked to be buried back with the earth. From dust you came, and from dust you will return. So I mean, it's like looking at a wild goose chase, you know what I'm saying? And if we all carry the haploid type for Jacob, E1B1A, then the man had to exist. We ain't got an imaginary genetic code that just came out of nowhere that could be traced back to one person. You know what I'm saying?
They say Yaqub was Jacob.
Yeah, they say Yaqub was Jacob. That's what I'm saying. Like, is the story is it valid? Because I heard it and it sounds compelling, but at the same time, other than Elijah Muhammad, are there any other sources? And so,
not that I can see.
You said what?
Yeah, not that I can see. I haven't heard nobody else really, no ancient civilizations or nothing. Yeah. Okay. I haven't heard no other, ancient civilizations or seen nothing on the walls about Yaqub. So, I think this came from Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Dr. York. But he's saying Dr. York. But when Dr. York talked about it, I do believe he got it from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because I think he was talking about it first. I'll be right back.
Yep.
And I am a Nuwapian, but I'm not going to tell you that I agree with everything.
And see, I feel like that's one of the most powerful things when people like to think for themselves. Because a lot of people, like the Globe, they like to just hop on the popular train.
Say that again?
I said, and I like free thinkers because like with the Globe, a lot of people just like to hop on the popular train. They say the science is credible and whatnot. Well, like I said before, at the end of the day, you got to show me a real picture of Earth for me to have to believe anything that math is telling me. And at the moment,
Right.
ain't nobody done it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But
I ain't know.
I mean, I got to see it for myself.
People seem like they scared to call in.
On
I don't know
everything.
what's going on.
On everything. How many people are in here anyway?
It's say one, but when you click it and it say finish, you're gonna see all these people is just gonna appear that was watching. It happens like that all the time. It happens like that all the time. So I don't know exactly, how that runs, but because the other day I was out and I was making a video, and it said like one or two or something like that, and when I hit finish, it was like 75 people that was watching. So I don't know exactly how that runs. If somebody, clicked on, and that's just showing you everybody that clicked on, or is that how many people that was actually watching when you finished?
I mean,
but either way, when this video ends, it's going to be close to 100 people that was up in
there. Yeah. And what's it called? I want to organize debate with this brother because he seems like he has a lot to say.
Yeah.
I want to touch on that topic of are we the real Hebrews or whatnot? You know what I'm saying? Because I see a lot of people doing it, but they don't do it the way I would do it. And I got a lot of stuff, especially on that one, where I could just prove it, especially with where is it at? They say we're not the Hebrews because I know they like to say oh, what about Africa and whatnot? Israel is in Africa. We know this for a fact. When you look up the African tectonic plate, let me get this real quick.
Okay.
By calling yourself a Hebrew, you are not denouncing any African origin by any means.
Because look, let me show you something real quick. This is what I'm talking about. Now we know the brother that had a lot to say is watching right now. Now somebody else just popped up, and the thing still say one. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it still says they watching.
Yeah. So now the thing that just popped up, we know that person's watching, and we know the other brother that the more brother was watching, but it still say one. So when you click it off, it's gonna be a whole shitload of people in there.
And that's the thing,
so
because you told me that you saw a bunch of people when you're about to end and whatnot. But the whole time for me, it's always showed one. But I know it's probably gonna. I think that's just Facebook acting weird.
But a lot of people is going to see this either way because people is going to be looking at it and running across it and checking it out anyway. And the information that you put up, the type of person that you are, I know people is going to be real interested in because you remind me of me because let's say I woke up to a lot of shit with the Nuwapian Nation, and I was one of those people just like when I was a Christian that sit down and shut up and but the Nuwapians start saying we question everything. But now since our master teacher is gone, now it ain't like that no more. And I'll sit there and I'll say I don't agree with something in the middle. If I don't agree, I ain't gonna say I agree just because you said Dr. York said it. So like that's where we get all caught up in this stuff, is where you think that your master teacher is the all-knowing.
Yeah.
And it's just not like that. It's not like that. So that's why a lot of Nuwapians, I had one particular Nuwapian, I ain't gonna mention no names, but he's a loud voice in the Nuwapian Nation, text me on Instagram, called me a traitor, straight up. And as soon when he called me a traitor, a lot of people that was Nuwapians stopped following me on Facebook. I mean, a lot. And you might be able to guess who he is. He's one of the loudest voices in the Nuwapian Nation. But he called me a straight up traitor. So hey, you think I give a fuck?
And I mean,
Yeah.
I understand that standpoint, because it's like there's always those certain individuals, you know, we catch on to things. It's like, wait a second, there's always a bigger picture.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm about to show right now. Let me see. I'm looking for a specific
Nigga, one of
group.
my
I don't
brothers right
remember
here.
the tribe. Oh, what was he saying? My bad.
He said that one of the brothers right here popped up and said, "Wow, he probably saying I ain't never heard another Nuwapian brother talk like that." But don't get it twisted. I love my master teacher to death, and if it wasn't for him, I'd still be chasing the crack of Jesus. So I love my master teacher. So don't even get it, don't even get it twisted. I ain't, it is what it is. I'm just not going to sit down and say I agree with every goddamn thing that come across. Okay? So that's just me. I'm putting it out there.
No,
So
on everything. Let me see. I gotta look up the right thing, because these people, they're there, and Google's giving me a hard time right now.
man, Facebook cut my ass off after I made a video. I mean, they cut. It's a video that I made, and I entitled it, "Older Black Men Should Be Ashamed." And then I entitled the next one right after that while I was walking through the park. Um, so you think your kids is not is not watching or not listening, something like that. And right after I did that, I woke up and Facebook cut my ass off. And they wanted me to send them ID, and now they want me to use my real name instead of Brother Sakim. That by the way, I got Sakim Khan Asud I got from the AEO, the Nuwabian Nation. I just want my Nuwabian brother here to know that. They said I have to use my birth given name, Nathaniel Washington, and if I want to change it in the next 60 days, I have to notify them. And I had to actually send them goddamn non-driver's license to get back on Facebook. Now, what the hell is that like? And all these other men, like my boy right here, my Nuwapian boy right here, Pa Anuki Pa. He ain't using his real name. I ain't gonna say real name. He's not using his birth name, but they not bothering him. Why they single me out?
Mm. Oh,
Okay, that shit. Maybe that video a little more powerful than I thought. I don't know. I mean, Instagram shut my ass down a couple times too. But I'm Jesse.
they be doing that. Oh, here we go right here. The Limba tribe in South Africa, who
Jesse?
I don't know if you ever heard of them, the Limba tribe, but apparently in after 70 AD, when the Romans dispelled the Hebrews out of Israel, they, instead of going directly through Africa, they went through Yemen. They went all the way down to Yemen, ended up in South Africa, and they're right here.
Wait a minute. Oh, can you just 1 second? The Nuwapian brother that's on right now, he said, "I'm Jesse. Jesse, are you Jesse Divine? The boy I went to school with, went to Vox with?" But go ahead. I'm just gonna wait till he answer me. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
He said I showed where the flat the earth concept and the holy tablets they work together. He said flat earth debate cause fights. That's true though. Everybody's scared of flat earth. But I honestly think it's because the whole space concept is to make God seem farther than he actually is. And when what's it called? When you ain't feeling like your parent is right above you, you act different. But if we knew that God was right above us, we would act way more different than how we acting right now.
Okay.
And so, and these is the Limba tribe in South Africa, where they migrated to South Africa after the being expelled from Israel. when people want to say we not the Hebrews, you know, all that stuff, we Moorish and whatnot. Our origin was Hebraic. So I find that an invalid argument, especially when we have plenty of African Hebrews still keeping the faith.
Oh, right.
Islam, you know,
Yeah.
we know Islam came after, thousands of years after.
Man, that Islam ticked me off too. I mean, come on, man. Sub-Saharan slave trade. How hard is it to understand? Like, Arabs don't like your ass. Like, for real.
I'm
man.
gonna pull that up too.
You the Arabs go ahead, look at black people. They look right at us and they look at us like we shit. But we go in there with our little kufis on. That's my brother. That's my brother. We went over to Mecca. Like, come on, man. You kidding me?
I mean,
Hey.
y'all
They
realize
still got black slaves over there.
you said what?
They still got black slaves over there right now.
Oh yeah.
What you think they think about you?
Man. And it just get dirty. And I feel like that's just more indoctrination. Where it's either Christianity. You know what? When you go to jail, what do they give you? A Bible and a Quran. That should just let you know off the bat that they don't want you to elevate. They want you to stay in one or the other.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, damn, what is that telling you, bro? What is that telling you?
What is that
giving
telling you? The white man will rather have you a Muslim. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, for real. Like, that got to click some kind of way. I mean, if what you are in is the honest to goodness truth, and the cracker knows this, what the hell he giving you its holy books for when you get in jail? Like, come on, shit. But I'm just talking. I don't mean shit what I'm saying. You gonna get that rug burned in the top of your head anyway.
And I mean, I remember polite because I remember I used to go to military school. It was a Christian one, but the teacher she used to bash Islam because she would always tell us about how what was his name? Muhammad, whoever his name is, the Prophet Muhammad, he couldn't read. He lived in a cave. So how the hell he get a Quran? I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure it out.
Then, I mean, it's right in their own hadith where he took his damn dream or whatever he had, took it to a damn Catholic. I mean, if I'm a Catholic, I ain't going to interpret something by way of a whole different belief system. I'm going to interpret it by way of my belief system. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
no, in actuality, that's why, like I like to say indoctrination a lot, because a lot of these Black Islamic groups or Christianites, they tell you don't understand scripture. Here's the true meaning, and you got to take it like that, instead of taking it yourself, reading it, and getting what you get from it, and letting that impact you. But at the same time,
I'm just hoping one day.
Well, no, what was you gonna say?
I'm sorry. No, I'm just hoping that somehow, some way, that we can all get on one accord, because we all got that one damn monkey on our back, and when he want to take out that gun and want to shoot a nigga, he ain't gonna be like, damn, hold up, is you Nuwapian? I don't want to shoot a Nuwapian today. I want to shoot the Hebrew brother over it. He gonna shoot you just like he shoot me. I mean, like, for real. We all got to get together and do something about our situation as a whole, because they sure banded together against us.
And I mean, I feel like that's one of our downfalls, especially being in a place where we're in a melting pot. I'm not for segregation, but in some circumstances, I'm also for it, because at the end of the day, when Black people only have ourselves, we tend to be a linear people. like Tulsa, Oklahoma. We was doing it good until, you know, they wanted to bomb us. Then we had to integrate with everybody else, and now we got a whole bunch of other different kind of ideas. I remember there was a brother though. I mean, I don't know. I give it up to the Hebrew Israelites mainly because out of all the groups I've seen, the Hebrews do the most unity, at least taking us out of I want to say that ghetto mind state. Only because when a lot of our brothers who don't like to hear Islam, we just can't vibe with it. You know what I'm saying? We not everybody can vibe with the Islam thing.
Yeah, the Hebrew brothers got that military stance, because what I like about them, they don't let you walk up on each other either. Cause I was out in Harlem, and after Captain Tazariak, I was filming him doing something. I was talking a little bit of shit in the video too, but while he was filming, I met him first over on Sinetta's side, and we already talked and everything, you know. So I went up to ask him another question. Hebrew brother stepped right in front of me like, where the fuck you think you going? So I was like, damn. So he was like, no, he cool. Let him come over. I was like, damn, they ain't gonna let you just walk right up on, you know, they teachers walk up on each other, man. They got that military thing. That's what one thing I like about it.
And I see the brother talking about nothing about government and nationality. That's one of our to me coming at this as a brother that's against everything that they have, you know, given us, understanding their government and their legal system does not grant us any what's the word? It doesn't give us any freedom. It doesn't give us any freedom at the end of the day, because the system is not built for us. So understanding government or their government, their laws, you know what I'm saying, to define nationality and whatnot, it does not give us anything. At the end of the day, tell me one thing in their what do you call it? Emancipate. I don't even know, man. What do they use again? What do these white people use? These documents where they write down all their rights.
Should they change up at will?
You said,
as soon as you get one.
He said, man, I'm crazy. I'm just saying, bro. I don't accept anything European.
So wait a minute, is he saying you crazy, or he's saying I'm crazy? Or is he saying you like both of them?
I mean, he's saying I'm crazy. But I'm just saying, bro, when you really sit down and analyze where these systematic constructs came from, you start realizing that they're mostly all European and for white supremacy. One of the biggest things I see that gives validity to white supremacy is I want to say is out of Africa theory, because it gives a lot of white people the right to tell us to go back to Africa, when in actuality, I got a book like this. They came before Columbus. You know what I'm saying? We was here in America. We was there in Asia. I got another book called Blacked Out Through Whitewash, where it breaks down the etymology of every word.
He said that's not true. So I'm asking him, is that not true? Meaning that we wasn't everywhere before white people?
I think
that we were in Africa and they came and took us out of Africa. Or are you saying that's not true? As in, we wasn't over here on this continent before the cracker? Yes or no?
The prophet was an Egyptian.
He ain't saying.
I mean, he said Moors can't be deported. We're bound to the continent. And what happens if they try to deport you? I want to know that, because that's something interesting to say. Because if that's the case, we still waiting for our acres and a mule, which we ain't gonna get. So I don't trust their legal documents where they say they can't we can't be deported.
I mean, they made them. They just changed the shit up. I mean, anytime they feel like it, like, come on, man. You gonna trust the document of some cracker? But he could change that shit anytime he feel like it. He said they can't. They can't change it. They can't change it. I mean, they say one thing. They say they say we supposed to be equal, and then they gun your ass down the street like we ain't equal, and then that damn what I was telling my goddaughter about that damn Abraham Lincoln. He told me he freed the slaves. Like, that's what you talking. You talking like that shit is real. Like, they can't just do what the fuck they want. I mean, they rule the damn place.
I mean, hey, but when people want to, what's it called? When they don't want to go against the grain and they want to go with it, that's what you get. You get people that are law thumping. When in actuality, law ain't nothing but man-made. Unless you want to talk about the laws of nature, I can get into that with you. But if you want to talk about the Moors can't be deported, you don't know the definition of nationality and whatnot, brother, all that stuff is European given. Most of them definitions didn't exist until the white man gave them to you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
I don't know.
What was you gonna say?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just saying I don't understand what this dude is, what Moors is coming from. Like, I'm a cracker. I hand you a piece of paper and say you can't walk. I hand you a piece of paper and say you can come in here and sit down and have a drink. As soon as you sit down and have a drink, I done changed that shit and said no niggas allowed. Get the fuck out. Like, I mean, they can do that at will. Like, that's what you're not understanding. They don't follow their own damn laws they put down. How they think they're gonna care about you following it?
On me. And what's that? Is it the 3/4 Amendment or something like that, where a black man is worth or 3 black men or something like that is worth 1 white man or something along those lines.
Yes.
If you want to talk about law govern all things, do you abide by that law? You gotta take in consideration everything. You can't. And I respect the Moors because they bring they teach the science and they teach the all of that good
all
stuff.
Due respect to
yeah, and I respect any good teacher, but when you want to start telling me to abide by European man-made laws, I can't get with it, because at the end of the day, the only person I fear is God. I ain't even a person. And I can't even fight God. So shit, you gonna see me fighting God, looking like I'm punching the air.
Yeah, ain't the Moors like synonymous with Islam anyway? Like, tell me about that.
He said, "Proclaim y'all nationality. Stop playing." Man, it ain't gonna save us, brother.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
The cop gonna ask you your nationality before he shoot you. If you telling the right thing,
He gonna.
If you say if a cop come up to you, trigger happy ass white cop, put a gun in your head and say, "What's your nationality?" Or more. Oh, you can go ahead, brother. You good? Come on, man. Like, for real. But I ain't here to debate nobody.
I mean, I'll debate a Moor, but I heard Moors don't like to debate.
That's why he won't call. That's why he just throwing shit up, but he won't call. But man, it's like almost 1 o'clock now. Damn, we got it in a little bit.
This is what I'm finna do, bro. I got a dip right now.
Yeah.
So what's it called? You know, I enjoyed the debate. I feel like we could probably chat up another time and everything. Maybe hopefully challenge somebody, because And when it comes to this intellectual game, I'm as horrible as Sarah Suit and Seti, but I'll stand my ground. You know what I'm saying? I'm humble and everything. So
Seti had me cracking the fuck up.
I'm finna
Dang.
I want to battle somebody where they got me yelling, talking about the black woman is God.
Yeah, well, we gonna get that. I'm gonna talk to this brother right here. I'm gonna contact this brother. Man, I don't know about tonight, but I'm gonna contact him and ask him, do he want to get up, you know, a organized debate with you, right? And then I get back with you on that. See what he say. Because I don't know what happened to the other boy who was supposed to come on about, you know, the flat debate about the flat earth. I don't know what happened to him. And but he owed me some money anyway, so maybe that's what happened to him. But yeah, man, this one is I'm gonna let you just finish up whatever way you finish up, and then we out of here.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess to say, you know, it's my first anything with anybody who's ever been around, like, you know, the conscious community. So, you know, I really appreciate that. It's all love, you know. I love all my people, Moors, Nuwabian, Comedicus, all that. So, I mean, hey, family, I'll catch y'all another time.
All right, man.
And Black Power.
Good having you, bro. Black Power. Good having you, man. Good having you. Now I don't even, aside from pressing finish, I don't know how you go out, but I think you can tap out on your side, I guess.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I got an X right here, so I'm gonna catch you though, bro.
Okay. But there you have it, folks. Bro, he down to debate with you. I want to see it. I gotta hook it up. I gotta get some better equipment because I want it to be a three-way joint, or even if it just show y'all two. I'll be the moderator. We can get this on. Moorish power. All due respect to the noble Drew Ali. I love my noble Drew Ali. It's like I love that Honorable Elijah Muhammad and that Marcus Garvey and that Malcolm X, and I damn sure love my master teacher, Dr. York, despite what anybody may think of him. But it's getting late. It is 12:49 where I'm at. My will say 12:50. I don't know where y'all at, but I'm about to roll on out of here. Like I said, I'm trying to do something next week with young Pharaoh. If I can get that done, you know, I'm not sure when I'm gonna get that done. Polite tell me he's supposed to do something with me. I want to get back with Shaka Utmost on that on that this Bible thing he was talking about. But I love my Moorish brothers, love my Wapian brothers, love my Hebrew brothers. We all got to get together on one accord, get this monkey off our back, and then we can, you know, go into more who we think is right and wrong. But until then, Islam, assalamu alaikum, shalom, God bless you, wadu. Hope I didn't forget nobody. Peace.